is the official weigh-in for EFC Africa 19, live from Carnival City, Johannesburg. EFC Africa 19 is proudly brought to you by Muscle Farm, sports nutrition for champions, in association with Everlast, RDG, Nemiroff Vodka, BetExchange.com, Fighters Only Magazine, and Carnival City, and with special thanks to the following partners.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the official weigh-in for EFC Africa 19. To my right, EFC Africa President Cairo Howard. Next to him, EFC Africa matchmaker Graham Cartmel, C.S. Duplessis, my co-commentator, Shane the Duke Wellington, the voice of the Hexagon, our beautiful EFC Africa girls, and Mr. Marius Lotte, the representative from Promo. As always, if one of the athletes doesn't make the weight, he will have an hour to cut down to the required weight. And ladies and gents, first bout of the evening is in the Bantamweight division between Donovan Wilken and Nkazimulo Zulu. First up to the scale is Nkazimulo Zulu. 60.2 for Nkazimulo. He just wants to grab a towel. $60.2 for Nkazimulo. Next fighter to the scale is Donovan Wilken. $60.75 for Mr. Wilken. Our next bout is in the featherweight division between Friedrich Neumann and David van Schalkwijk. First to the scale is David van Schalkwijk. $69.80 for Mr. van Schalkwijk. Next up, we've got Friedrich Neumann. $69.75 for Mr. Neumann. Our next bout is in the middleweight division, and it will be contested between Sean Robinson and Paul Terblanche. First to the scale is Paul Terblanche. 83.80 for the Terror. Next up to the scale is Sean Robinson. $83.65 for the Monster. Our next bout is in the heavyweight division between Wilhelm Strauss and Soos Grobler. First up to the scale is Soos Grobler. $116.50 for Soos. His opponent is Wilhelm Strauss. $118.80 for Mr. Strauss. Our next bout is in the featherweight division between Boyd Allen and Kanyeva Aniset. First up to the scale is Kanyeva Aniset. $66.85 for Mr. Aniset. He's got 850 grams to lose in 2 hours. Next up to the scale is Boyd Allen. $65.70 for Mr. Allen. Next bout is in the featherweight division between Marcus Talliard and Peter Nyide. First up to the scale is Peter Nyide. $65.70 for Mr. Nyide. And his opponent is Marcus Talliard. $65.95 for Mr. Talliard. Our next bout is in the middleweight division between Tumelo Maputa and Henry Fadipe. First to the scale is Henry Fadipe. $83.75 for Mr. Fadipe. And his opponent is Tumelo Maputa. $83.35 for Mr. Maputa. Our next bout is a light heavyweight bout between Leon Maynard and Johan van Staden. First up to the scale is Johan van Staden. $70.55 for Mr. van Staden. He's got 550 grams to lose in 2 hours. And he's up against Leon Maynard. $70.45 for Mr. Maynard. He's got 2 hours to drop the last 400 grams. That's going to be one hell of a fight. Next up in the featherweight division, we've got Wesley Hawkey going up against Elaine Alunga. First up to the scale is Elaine Alunga. $65.30 for Mr. Alunga. And he goes up against Wesley Hawkey. $66 on the money for the young assassin. Our next bout is in the welterweight division between Francois Kabulu and Wade Henderson. First to the scale is Wade Henderson. 78.85 for Mr. Henderson. 1.8 kilograms to drop in 2 hours. And he goes up against Francois Kabulu. $76.25 for the Frenchman. The next bout is the first of the main card bouts. It's a welterweight division clash between Dino Bagatine and Tyron Rightford. First up to the scale is Tyron Rightford. $76.70 for the rush. And his opponent is Dino Bagatine. $77.20 for Mr. Bagatine. $77 on the money for Mr. Bagatine. Potential fight of the night right there. Our next bout is in the welterweight division between Martin van Staden and Adam Speechley. First up to the scale is Adam Speechley. $76.50 for Mr. Speechley. And he goes up against Martin van Staden. $76.85 for the Punisher. Our next bout is the main event of the evening. DeMart Penna puts his featherweight title up for grabs against Wenzel Nel.
I heard that he's already saying he's the champion. It's great. You know, when he steps in there and there's always that time when he realizes that this is not going to happen for him.
Because I want to put him under pressure, see if he can crack under that pressure, because if he cracks, that's my breakthrough and I've got my belt.
On the 19th of April, two warriors will collide in the hexagon. The prize, the EFC Africa Featherweight Championship.
I think in this fight for Penna, the big difference between Wenzel Nel and his previous opponents, Wenzel is the kind of guy that'll push the pressure, he will come forward, and he's the kind of guy that's going to force DeMart Penna to actually get into a dogfight and defend his title.
Wenzel's wrestling is really good, but in my view, no disrespect, it's not very technical.
With a fighter like Wenzel, I'm quite used to training with a lot of wrestlers, and it's not going to be anything new to me.
Undefeated in the hexagon, the current featherweight champion DeMart Penna will face his toughest test yet.
You either go in there to take it or you go in there to lose it. So we want it and we're going to go and get it.
A former lightweight champion, Wenzel Nel will put everything on the line to become a champion again.
I don't think about the fight as much now. On the day, I'm closer to the cage, things will happen, so I'm confident in my abilities.
Wenzel wants this belt more than anything else. He's going after a guy who's got the full package, the skill set, he's got the wrestling, he's got the stand-up, he's got everything that makes a fight exciting. And finally, we're going to see two guys that engage each other and make it happen.
I believe I'll be fitter than him. He can bring as much as he has first 2 rounds or so, but then he's just going to start fading, and I'm going to keep on going, and that chance will come for me to take the win.
Unless I suffer a severe injury during the fight, fitness-wise, I'll be there with DeMart.
If both of them are going to get in there and they're going to fight for that belt, we're going to have an awesome fight tonight. Because both of them are good fighters.
My whole thing is DeMart must step in there as an improved fighter. If he steps in there as an improved fighter, he's got a higher percentage of winning.
The wolf will look to tame the animal. It's DeMart Penna versus Wenzel Nel.
After the fight, he's going to see that not all these plans are not as if they were going to go, and I'll still be the champion.
I'm going to fight the way I always fight. I'm going to be in your face, and I'm going to fight the hardest I've ever fought in my whole life.
Our first fighter to the scale is the challenger, Wenzel Nel. $65.65 for the animal. Up next is the reigning EFC Africa Featherweight champion, DeMart the Wolf Penna. $65.70 for the champion. I'm here with the challenger, very fired up, Wenzel Nel. Wenzel, you've been here before, had a good camp. What's happening tomorrow night?
The animal will be unleashed, and like I said, it's going to be my best performance yet.
Well, we look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. Best of luck to you, sir. Wenzel Nel, ladies and gentlemen. DeMart Penna, undefeated in the EFC Africa Hexagon. Do you believe Wenzel is your toughest opponent yet?
We'll see tomorrow.
Well, good luck to you, DeMart. Your champion, ladies and gentlemen, DeMart the Wolf Penna. That concludes the weigh-in. We'll see you all tomorrow night.
Introducing EFC Africa TV, a new high-quality video streaming service so you can watch the live events on any device. Visit efcafrica.tv for details. 19 April, Carnival City, EFC Africa 19. The gauntlet's been thrown down. It's East versus South as Dino the Lion Bagatine goes to war with the always dangerous Tyrone the Rush Rightford. The hardest-hitting welterweight on the continent, Martin the Punisher van Staden, takes on the former welterweight champion, Adam the Prodigy Speechley, who steps in as a late replacement for the injured Michiel Opperman. Then, the main event of the evening sees the undefeated, undisputed featherweight champion, DeMart the Wolf Penna, going face-to-face with the former lightweight champion, Wenzel the Animal Nell. EFC Africa 19 April, Carnival City. Tickets and broadcast information at efcafrica.com.